In most situations, the electrical feed from a mobile home to the outside box requires underground installation. The National Electrical Code, referred to as NEC, and local building codes generally mandate that electrical conductors be buried underground and routed in a raceway to protect them from damage and ensure safety. Here's an overview of the requirements. The electrical feed from the mobile home to the outside box must be buried at a minimum depth, typically 18 inches. This depth provides protection from accidental damage during landscaping or other activities. The electrical conductors must be installed inside a raceway such as a polyvinyl chloride, referred to as PVC, pipe or rigid metal conduit. The raceway helps protect the conductors from moisture, insects, and other environmental factors. The raceway containing the electrical conductor should be run up the utility pole to the outside electrical box. The box needs to be weatherproof and provide a secure point of connection for the feed. By adhering to these requirements, you can ensure that the electrical feed to your mobile home is safe and code compliant. Specific requirements may vary based on your local building codes and electrical regulations. It is recommended to consult with a licensed electrician or local building inspector for guidance on the specific requirements for your area. Let's delve a bit deeper into the requirements. Firstly, consider the underground burial. The NEC and local codes emphasize underground burial to safeguard the electrical conductors. The previously mentioned minimum depth of 18 inches is a common requirement, but always verify with local authorities. This depth is designed to prevent damage from shovels, landscaping tools, and other common activities. Secondly, the raceway. A raceway is a crucial component of the installation. PVC pipe and rigid metal conduit are frequently used choices. The purpose of the raceway is multifaceted. 1. It provides physical protection to the conductors, shielding them from impacts and abrasions. 2. It prevents moisture and grease, which can cause corrosion and electrical faults. 3. It deters insects and rodents from damaging the wires. 4. It offers a degree of fire protection. When selecting a raceway, ensure it is rated for underground use and suitable for the specific environment. The size of the raceway must also be adequate to accommodate the conductors and allow for heat dissipation. Thirdly is the pole connection. The point where the underground raceway transitions to the above-ground electrical box and the utility pole is critical. The electrical box must be weatherproof to protect the connections from rain, snow, and other elements. It needs to be securely mounted to the pole to withstand wind and vibrations. The connections within the box must be properly made and tightened to prevent loose connections, which can lead to arcing and overheating. It's crucial to use the correct fittings and connectors for the type of conductors and raceway being used. Further considerations include conductor selection. The type and size of electrical conductors must be appropriate for the load they will be carrying. Consult the NEC for guidance on conductor ampacity and sizing. Grounding is also very important. A proper grounding system is essential for safety. The grounding conductor must be connected to the grounding electrode system at the mobile home and the outside electrical box. This helps to protect against electrical shock and provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source. Installation practices need to be followed. All electrical work must be performed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the NEC and local codes. The installation must be inspected by a local building inspector to ensure that it meets all requirements. Permits are generally required for electrical work, so obtain the necessary permits before beginning any work. Now let's talk about some potential problems. One common issue is improper burial depth. If the conductors are not buried deep enough, they are more likely to be damaged. Another issue is inadequate raceway. Using the wrong type of raceway or a raceway that is too small can lead to problems. Also, poor connections are a frequent cause of electrical problems. Loose or corroded connections can cause arcing, overheating, and even fires. Improper grounding can also create a serious safety hazard. Let's look at some safety precautions. Always turn off the power before working on any electrical equipment. Use properly insulated tools. Never work in wet conditions. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician. Regularly inspect the electrical system for any signs of damage. If you notice any problems, have them repaired immediately. To recap, installing an electrical feed for a mobile home requires careful attention to detail and compliance with the NEC and local codes. Underground burial, raceway, and pole connection requirements must be followed to ensure safety and prevent damage. Always consult with a licensed electrician or local building inspector for guidance on the specific requirements for your area. Remember that electricity can be dangerous, so take all necessary precautions when working with electrical equipment. Let's consider some additional details about each of these components. Starting with underground burial, the 18-inch depth is a general guideline. However, local codes may specify a different depth, particularly in areas with rocky soil or freezing conditions. In some cases, the NEC allows for a reduced burial depth if the conductors are protected by a concrete pad or other means. The type of soil can also affect the burial depth. For example, sandy soil may require a deeper burial depth than clay soil. The soil should be free of rocks and debris that could damage the conductors or raceway. Now, regarding raceways, PVC conduit is a popular choice for underground electrical installations due to its low cost, durability, and resistance to corrosion. However, rigid metal conduit, referred to as RMC, is a more robust option that provides better protection against physical damage. Intermediate metal conduit, referred to as INC, is another option that offers a balance between cost and protection. When selecting a raceway, consider the environmental conditions, such as the presence of chemicals or corrosive substances. The size of the raceway must be large enough to accommodate the conductors and allow for adequate heat dissipation. The NEC specifies the maximum number of conductors that can be installed in a given size of raceway. It is important to use the correct fittings and connectors for the type of raceway being used. These fittings must be watertight to prevent moisture from entering the raceway. And now let's dive deeper into the pole connection. The electrical box on the utility pole must be weatherproof and listed for outdoor use. It should be securely mounted to the pole to withstand wind and vibrations. The box must be large enough to accommodate the conductors and connections. The connections within the box must be properly made and tightened to prevent loose connections. It is important to use the correct connectors for the type of conductors being used. A drip loop should be provided in the conductors where they enter the box to prevent water from entering the box. The conductors should be supported to prevent them from straining the connections. Grounding is a critical aspect of the pole connection. The grounding conductor must be connected to the grounding electrode system at the mobile home and the outside electrical box. This helps to protect against electrical shock and provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source. The grounding electrode system typically consists of a ground rod or a metal water pipe that is buried in the ground. The grounding conductor must be sized according to the NEC. Now, some further notes on conductor selection. The type of electrical conductors used for the underground feed must be suitable for wet locations. Underground feeder, referred to as UF, cable is a common choice for underground installations. It is a type of cable that is specifically designed for direct burial. Thermoplastic high heat resistant nylon, referred to as THHN, wire is another option that can be used in a raceway. The size of the conductors must be adequate for the load they will be carrying. The NEC provides tables that specify the ampacity of different sizes of conductors. The ampacity of a conductor is the maximum amount of current that it can safely carry. It is important to consider the voltage drop when selecting the size of the conductors. Voltage drop is the decrease in voltage that occurs along the length of a conductor. Excessive voltage drop can cause appliances to malfunction. As we've established, grounding is an essential safety measure. A proper grounding system protects against electrical shock and provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source. The grounding conductor must be connected to the grounding electrode system at the mobile home and the outside electrical box. The grounding electrode system typically consists of a ground rod or a metal water pipe that is buried in the ground. The grounding conductor must be sized according to the NEC. The grounding electrode system must be properly installed and maintained. The connections to the grounding electrode system must be tight and corrosion resistant. Remember that installation practices are critical to the safety and reliability of the electrical system. All electrical work must be performed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the NEC and local codes. The installation must be inspected by a local building inspector to ensure that it meets all requirements. Permits are generally required for electrical work, so obtain the necessary permits before beginning any work. When installing the electrical feed, it is important to follow all safety precautions. Always turn off the power before working on any electrical equipment. Use properly insulated tools. Never work in wet conditions. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician. Regularly inspect the electrical system for any signs of damage. If you notice any problems, have them repaired immediately. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that the electrical feed to your mobile home is safe and code compliant. Always consult with a licensed electrician or local building inspector for guidance on the specific requirements for your area. We cannot overstate the importance of adhering to local codes and regulations, as well as the NEC. These codes are in place to protect people and property from electrical hazards. Failure to comply with these codes can result in fines, penalties, and even legal action. Moreover, it can create a dangerous situation that puts lives at risk. Always consult with a qualified electrician or local building inspector before beginning any electrical work. They can provide guidance on the specific requirements for your area and help ensure that the work is done safely and correctly. In conclusion, installing an electrical feed for a mobile home is a complex task that requires careful planning and execution. By understanding the requirements for underground burial, raceway, pole connection, conductor selection, grounding, and installation practices, you can ensure that the electrical system is safe, reliable, and code compliant. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals when needed. The information provided here is intended for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice.